Here's why Wonder Woman needs that golden armor in Wonder Woman 1984. Wonder Woman! Okay, the theme song doesn't really work, but what should come across is how excited I and so many other DC fans are for more updates on Wonder Woman 1984 in advance of this weekend's DC Fandom. That sprawling virtual event is going to feature updates on all aspects of the DC universe, but we're keeping our fingers crossed it's going to bring a new Wonder Woman 1984 trailer in advance of the superhero sequel's October 2nd release date. And that said, we still have so many questions about this movie, like, what's Cheetah's final form going to look like? How is Steve Trevor alive after we watched him explode? And why is Diana rocking a kick-ass new suit of golden armor? Thankfully, on Wednesday, exactly 84 days before the release date, we have some answers and some new clues about this highly anticipated film, courtesy of Nerdist managing editor Amy Ratcliffe, who visited the film set back in 2018. As for why we're only now allowed to report on it, well, that's an even better question that we won't be answering in this show. Haha. Wonder Woman's golden armor turned heads when it splashed onto the scene back in June 2019 in a trippy, not Comic-Con but totally Comic-Con poster via a tweet from director Patty Jenkins, and fans immediately recognized this suit of armor from Mark Waid and Alex Ross's 1996 Kingdom Come miniseries. And while that series was not official DC Comics canon, the armor reappeared in the main canon thanks to Phil Jimenez's early 2000s Wonder Woman run and Gail Simone's mid-2000s run as well. But apart from being just this fun comic book Easter egg, the questions remained, why does Wonder Woman need a badass suit of winged armor? What happened to this armor between Wonder Woman 1984 and Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice? And do those wings actually work? Well, as for the timeline question, don't worry because director Patty Jenkins was just as confused as we were. I felt like it would be super exciting to have a new costume. That's a costume that I love so much, because Wonder Woman's timeline is so shoehorned in between different movies, it felt weird to suddenly give her a new Wonder Woman costume and then she puts it back on, and then in Batman v Superman she puts on the old and it's even more, it just didn't quite make sense. Thankfully, Jenkins and company realized there was an excellent narrative reason for Wonder Woman to put on some brand new threads, because she's facing Cheetah, a foe unlike any other. Now, according to Jenkins, this was a fun way that actually is intrinsic to the storyline that she needs a different style of armor to fight Cheetah, because Cheetah can get you on all of your limbs. It was something that came very naturally of like, how are you going to get into it with Cheetah, and how is that fight going to go? Honestly, it makes sense. Look, if you have the equivalent of a superpowered Kristen Wiig Apex Predator going for your weak spots, then covering those exposed areas with armor and giving yourself a tactical advantage, that's just a smart move. That's just science. Now, the armor itself is a technical marvel composed of over 100 individual pieces, and it took months of experimenting to get right, according to costume designer Lindy Hemming. The wings, described as almost paragliding wings, are used primarily as shields by Wonder Woman, who incorporates them into her fighting style, which is awesome to hear. And look, a new costume is all well and good, but what about Wonder Woman's other set of wings? I am, of course, talking about Wonder Woman's infamous invisible jet, which made its debut back in 1942 Sensation Comics #1. When asked about it, Jenkins was coy about whether or not we'd see it in the final film, despite set photos and multiple rumors suggesting otherwise. I mean, look, we even reported on this back in 2018. Now, Jenkins said, I think that the invisible jet is one of those things that's so funny because every single thing that any of these superheroes have is so silly in theory. Then when we talk about it as if nothing is going to be done to update it. So the only thing I'll say is I'll do it when I can do it in a way that's super cool. It's got to be something different than her flying through the sky in an invisible jet, which is fine on page, not great in modern film. So who knows, maybe we'll see Diana Prince soaring through the skies, or maybe she'll just be flying around on Drax the Destroyer standing very, very still. But for the full report of all the awesome behind-the-scenes secrets that we uncovered on the set of Wonder Woman 1984, make sure you head to Nerdist.com, and I'll put those links in the description below as well. But in the meantime, tell me, what do you think? What do you think we're going to learn at DC Fandom this weekend? Will the Invisible Jet actually be in the movie? Let's discuss in the comments below, and for all the latest and greatest in pop culture, make sure that you stay tuned to Nerdist.com.